The Maya, the illusion, the matrix, and society. The Maya. In Hindu philosophy, Maya comes from a Sanskrit word meaning magic, aka illusion. And in Hindu philosophy, what the Maya was believed to be, or what actually was a thing that magicians did, things that people with certain knowledge did. These people with certain, whoops, these people with certain information that, magic. What is magic? Magic is so. Think of a magician who has an illusion. He like sleight of hand, and it's really just a trick. These magicians created the Maya, the illusion, so that people can, mass amounts of people can be in it and surrender to that illusion and believe it to be 100% a reality. This word has been percolating in my mind for quite some time, and it's because more and more as I walk around, I'm beginning to realize that society is the Maya, is the illusion. Society is not really what we believe it to be. And the reason why is because as I continue to walk around in society, in the cities, in all of these man-made contraptions and architectures and stuff like that, I begin to realize that this all came from something. Walking around the concrete, walking around, driving a car, obeying the stop signs, going into New York City and seeing all of these lights and all of these people and commercials and people selling you things. And this is something that my mind cannot help but question. My mind cannot help but want to dive deeper into what this all is and what is the end game of all of this. The Maya. I question what we believe to be reality, because the thing is that we on here on the planet have taken control over the planet. Globalization, this thing where we are the kings and queens of this world. We rule the world, and we are on top of every other sentient being that lives here. No one else is better than us, right? This is the thought that this is the thing, the kind of thing that we don't really talk about, but it's true. How is this true? Well, let's look at zoos, right? A zoo is a place where you can go see some of nature's most wildest animals, and these animals are also in a Maya, in an illusion. I went to this zoo in New York City where I saw there was like a section for Antarctica animals, I believe, and there was a section where there were penguins, and where they had these penguins were in a space where it was emulating their natural habitat. They were standing on fake snow. They were probably in an air-conditioned room where it felt cold, and the sky, the walls were painted as the blue sky. And I remember seeing these penguins, all of them, there were like 30 of them. They were all looking up at the sky. All of them looking up at the sky. And something in me felt really sad for them. I was also very intrigued by it, because just how smart they are, but also existentially sad because I knew the secret that I guess they didn't know, or maybe they do know. I don't want to say I, know any better, but you can just feel the sadness in them. You can feel that they're like just living around, and these animals feel, they know more than we think and than we're let to believe. And so as we do this to them, it just makes me, the question in my head inevitably pops up where I start to question, well, how about us? Could it be that maybe a more intelligent being is doing this to us, has created a Maya, an illusion, so that we can stay inside here and we're just an experiment? Because the thing is that people in society, I feel, this is something I feel, is that we live in a society that doesn't question their reality. That we don't question where things are coming from, and we don't question their origin like cities. I mean, yes, cities have been here for centuries and stuff like this, and their main point is for revenue, for people, for businesses, and the economy and stuff like this. And of course, money is just a tool. It's a tool for value, exchange of value. But as I started to realize that we may possibly be in a simulated reality, is when I started to move in a different direction. It was almost like something in me moved inside, like it feels like the more authentic Jeffrey just kind of popped up and is now seeing things in a very different perspective. See, a lot of people on the planet are codependent on externalizations, on things outside of them. And if these cities, if this technology, if all of this is coming from a human being, then we must take power from that. We must realize that we are the power. We are the technology, the highly advanced technology. And all of these things outside of us are just models and ways of understanding who we really are. Like the computer. The computer is really the way I see it, the computer is a version of how the mind works in a very not in a complete way. It doesn't completely emulate what the mind does, but it's a model for that. The computer stores memory. The computer can compute things and analyze and even project visuals. And this is something that the brain can do. The brain is, like psychologist Steven Pinker, in his book How the Mind Works, in that book he says that the mind is an organization of organs that specialize in different compartments to emulate our reality. And so in the Maya, in society, in the Matrix, all these different words that for me, I feel they mean the same thing. For the longest time, I wasn't questioning my reality. I wasn't questioning, or I wasn't seeing that all of these things that were affecting me on the outside are in a way not real. And I know that sounds weird because, I could go right now and show you a city and it's there, right? It's palpable, it's a brick wall. So it's like this thing right here. This is wood. This is probably definitely made by human beings. And so it's there. But in further inspection, this is not how it was made to be. It was crafted this way by humans. This shape and all this. It was first something that started here and then manifested out there. And more as I started realizing this, it was something in me where I was like, I need to take back my power. I need to start to take responsibility over my experience and to realize that we are powerful enough to create our own reality. And again, more and more, realizing just that society is not something where I truly fit in. And I'm even going to say this, society isn't something where everyone truly doesn't fit in. It's really just there for you to do something, for you to put a part of yourself, but not something where your whole self fills, because we are multi-dimensional beings having a human experience. We are not just our job, we're not just our relationships, we're not just the things that we think about. We are the totality of our experience. And just questioning, right? Like, what is it that I came here to do? What is it that you came here to do? I know for a fact that I didn't come here just to be an Uber driver or to work at restaurants or to sit at a desk all day. Because that's something that doesn't serve me. I don't want to put anything down. Maybe something that serves you in your own way, and that is your power. That is something that is yours, and no one can take that away from you. But for me personally, this man-made emulation is something that I find myself not to truly fit in to. Something that also strikes to me as an illusion, which is probably something a lot of you viewers probably already know for yourselves, is the pharmaceutical industry, where, you know, these industries are banking on disease, and they're promoting disease in the Maya, and they're promoting it in a way where you feel like this is the way for you to go, and for you not to question it. Because when you see someone drinking a Coca-Cola with a smile on their face, that's what it's made for you to believe. When you see an ad of someone smoking a cigarette looking cool, that is what's made for you to believe. And so we believe these things, and really we're walking down our detriment. We are not questioning what it is that's in front of us, and we are blindly accepting all these things and doing all these jobs that don't serve us, so that we can then later on, when we're 60, 70 years old, give all of the hard-earned money that we've earned to these doctors who know the cure, or probably don't, but there is a cure. I believe there's a cure for everything. And bank on your disease. Also, let's look at the food industry, right? All of these products that are really toxic, but, you know, covered with a little campaign of a commercial that's made by actors, made for you to believe that they're good, is really just creating our detriment. We're really just walking to our doom. And so this is why I question what humans think intelligence is, because right now on the planet, we're really, the way we think about ourselves is we're really supposed to be the most intelligent beings on the planet. That's how we see ourselves. But we're the only species that has to pay to eat, pay to live, and yet we drink cow milk. And every other species doesn't do that. They don't do this. Again, I do believe though that there are people out there that do question their reality, and these are people that are on the same frequency of which I'm talking about. I don't want to say no one questions the reality, because I know for me, my friends and stuff like this, my circle, these are people that do question and do have really interesting points of view. So I don't want to just put everyone in a box like that. But so with all that said, what's the next step, right? Like, so we live in an illusion. What do we do about it, right? What am I gonna do about it? Am I gonna start something and stuff like this? I think the next step for me is to just start to free myself from what I believe to be a set, fixed reality that I cannot change. Because if all of these cities and all of these technologies and things came from us, then that means that we have the capacity to also add to it and also take away from it. Meaning that we are powerful enough to create our own reality. And I think that that's really what we're here to do. It's really, we are here to, we're only here for a really brief time. I really feel that human beings and even animals and even the water and the plants, we're all just spiritual beings having an earth experience. And for us, we're having a human experience. And we're really here not to be slaves to anyone or anything. We are here to experience and expand our consciousness and have an experience and feel at the most highest level, to feel and to share and to elevate each other. And right now on the planet, I feel many people are just walking around confused. I know it was me along my path where for the longest time I just felt confused in the society, in the illusion, where even going to college, just being around people that I thought were supposed to be people with like minds, ended up being something for me in my experience to be something where it was more friction than non-resistance. There was so much resistance there for me. And not that this is a bad thing, this actually taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about myself. It taught me that we're all just different and on a different life path, and everyone has different lessons to learn. No one is here for the same job, although we all come from the same stuff. We're all just stardust. So I'm going to leave this video with what is an illusion to you? I'm going to leave this video with what does society mean to you, and what is the main goal of society and the main goal of all of this. Thank you very much for watching my video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. I do want to shout out all those people that are questioning their reality and are here and know that there's a lot more to their life. Shout out to all of you guys. I see you guys. I know.